Good morning, guys. In this session, we'll discuss about the third part of project monitoring and control. So, in previous session, we discussed about the creating framework, how the framework is used to assess the various project deliverables and project tasks. Okay. So now, in this session, we will discuss how framework is used to write a report on the whole project schedule and the final produced product. So report monitoring. So as we discussed in the previous session, various hierarchy, steering committee, project manager, team leaders, and various individual team members has to write a report on their work. Okay. So who can use these reports that are prepared by the various level of peoples in project schedule or during development? Recipients of report progress, people who can use reports in project development life cycle. So the progress report of the whole schedule is prepared by the every individual and also the final management. So this is used by the customer management. So who is the customer? The client, who is specifying the problem statement. Okay, so he will continuously monitoring what is defined and what is developed by the developers and what is achieved. Is it meeting the requirements that are specified in SRS or not? Okay, and then users. So why users will monitor this report? What is defined in SRS, what is achieved finally, that they are checking. So in terms of functionalities, usability, reliability, performance, stability, scalability, and so on, various parameters are. So all those parameters are verified by this users community. And then project team. So the every individual team member, also the higher level teams, okay, will check. So what is scheduled, what is implementing, what is achieved, in order to know the project tasks progress. With these people will use the reports. And then quality assurance teams. So this team is checking the reports, what is defined in the problem definition or project scope, what are the various functionalities are defined, and what are the various changes are suggested by the client during the development. So all those things are verified according to the SRS document and the produced report. Okay, and IT management people. So these people will use these reports to plan for further projects. And if any critical activities are existed during development, that is in project schedule, so how to overcome that critical activities. So you know what even critical activity, if an activity takes more than the planned time in the schedule, in the given schedule, it's what called critical activities. So in order to overcome the problems of or the presence of critical activities, IT management will use these reports. Okay. So that we discussed in the previous session, how to handle the partially completion products. Okay. So these reports, this progress report is prepared for all levels. That we discussed from the inception, the top level product and intermediate level project deliverables or project tasks, and the lower level objects. For each level, we'll write a report, and every individual developer, designer, tester, maintenance engineer, etc., so who are involving, everybody has to write a report on the status of their work. Okay. So now report plan. So the period covered. So initially we have given a schedule. Okay, the various tasks identified in the development and how these tasks are scheduled in terms of days or weeks or months and so on. Depends on the project type. We are planning the schedule. Okay, so what is the period covered? So depends on the project type only. We'll conduct weekly reviews or bi-weekly reviews or monthly reviews and so on. Okay, so what is the review period that we are covering? Okay, either week 1 or week 2 or week 3 and so on. So how many tasks are scheduled in week 1? How many are finished? Okay, according to the schedule. Okay, So if the tasks are finished, are they giving the required results or not? That is also estimated here in terms of report. Okay, so what is the period covered, and then narrative summary of progresses. So how many tasks are scheduled in that particular month or week, how many are finished, how many achieved the defined or specified solution. So the narrative of summary of progress of all the tasks. Okay, so this helps finding the critical activities that are existed in the project schedule. Okay, and then milestones achieved or deliverables completed. Okay, so how many project tasks or how many project products are scheduled in the particular time period, the period that we are covering. Okay, so what is the quality is defined, quality of all levels, a top level, intermediate level, and lower level. So here we will use milestones. Okay, the various milestones in terms of artifacts sets. Of course, some parameters are there to determine the quality of the software system functionality. So what are the various functionalities that we are providing through this system? So that is nothing but in terms of innovation, what is the innovation is adding or added in the current solution that we are checking. Okay, so we according to that, how many are ready to deliver. Okay, so this is not the final solution, this is the intermediate solutions, that is the project deliverables or project products. Okay, so and finally we'll deliver the final system by integrating these intermediate products. Then problems encountered, so the various problems encountered in achieving these defined quality. Okay, so why problems are encountered? Due to the dependency existed among the tasks or among the products. Okay, so there is a possibility of existence of critical activities. That's why problems are encountered during the schedule. Okay, so that we are reporting day to day. Okay, projected completion date. Okay, what is the scheduled date to deliver? Okay, that is nothing but expected date to deliver the final system or intermediate products or the lower level products. And then cost to date and predicted. Okay, so here we are estimating the cost of the whole schedule, cost of the human resources that are assigned. Okay, and the various hardware and software resources and other environmental factors. Okay, so simply we can say that effort, how much effort is required to develop the final system. Okay, so that we are estimating the cost. Okay, for every task, we'll estimate the cost and effort. Then changes identified and implemented. So definitely the greatest advantage of the software is flexibility. You can add the changes at any time. From analysis to maintenance, you can add any number of changes at any time. Okay, so that's why software is leading in the market. Of course, it is also ruling the whole world. Okay, so the various changes identified and suggested by the client, of course not only client. So during development, the higher level management or the project managers, as per the market need or demand, suggested some changes. Okay, and how many changes are implemented in the present version. Okay, so that we are reporting, we are preparing a report for all the tasks as per the schedule. Okay, then so this is one of the example reporting in prince 2 project. Okay, so the first step is a project initiation document. So what do you mean initiation document? So at the end, we'll prepare the final report on the development. Okay, we'll prepare a final report on the development. Okay, so when will we prepare the final report? After completion. Okay, so here we'll solve a problem according to the schedule given by the client and refined by the management. Okay, so we have to follow the schedule. Who will give the schedule? Management people will give that schedule. Where is the schedule? The schedule is defined in a SRS, software requirement specification. So what it contains, the various problem statements, sub problem statements, and sub problem statements, and so on. So the various real world entities. Okay, so that is defined in terms of software requirements specification. SRS document prior to development will define the problem according to the client requirement, and maintain a document all these requirements. Okay, and plan a solution and get approval from the client and proceeds to development. So during development any changes are happening, so recording those changes, that is incorporating those changes in this SRS document. So this is the first step in reporting. Okay, preparing the SRS document prior to development, which is useful to develop the whole project from day one to day end. End of the project will write a report, that is this, will write a report how we achieved the defined. Where is defined? The problem is defined here. Okay, so here the problem is defined, how we achieved that is reported. Okay, at various levels. Okay, so this is prior to development. The previous slide is after completion. Okay, and then end stage assessment. So how we solve the problem, the given problem is divided into various modules. Each module is furtherly sub modules into sub modules, and so on. Okay, that T structure is given in the previous session. Okay, please go through that. Okay, so various modules, sub modules, and so on. Okay, so here once you finish one particular level, so we need to assess what is defined in that level. Are we achieved the same or not? Okay, if same is achieved, no problem. Otherwise we need to plan the alternate solution. End stage assessment, at each level we will assess. That is like phase wise SDLC phases. What are the phases of SDLC? Analysis, design, code, test, maintenance. At each level, at each phase, we'll write a report, phase wise report, which helps for further completion of the project. And then mid stage assessment, that is intermediate level. So what is there in intermediate level? That is in between the top level and the lower level, the various project deliverables. Please go through that tree structure in previous session. Intermediate project products or project deliverables, intermediate level information, all those are assessed. Okay, the modules, submodules, sub-submodule, and so on. So what is the quality defined for module? At the same time it's child modules. Okay, at the same time it's child modules. Okay, all the project products quality, functionality, usability, reliability, stability, testability, operability, etc are defined in software requirement specification. That is achieved or not. Okay, what is defined, that is achieved or not, we are checking during the development. Then highlight report. So what do you mean highlighting the report? So here we are assessing whether achieved or not. If achieved, highlight those things, the achieved targets. Okay, so that is nothing but the tasks that are started by the given or specified timeline and ended by the given deadline. So if you see this, task one starts day one in week one, ends at mid of the week two. Okay, if it is started by this time and ends by this time is what called achieved. Okay, so like this way we'll report the achieved targets. Okay, so how do you know whether we achieved or not? By using a checkpoint reports, that is predetermined time intervals. For every project, task is having early start time, earliest finish time. Okay, so the task has to start by the earliest start time and finish by the earliest finish time. By any chance, due to the existence of dependency or critical activities, if any task is delayed, okay, what is the delay period? Okay, that we are checking the target dates, whether we are achieving the results, the specified results, or not by the given deadline dates or not. It is target dates. So in previous session we discussed about event time. Okay, so event time and time driven, so those are called a checkpoint report. So please go through the previous session. Okay, part 2. Project monitoring and control part 2. Then project closure report, the final report. So this final report includes all this. So these are at various level. This is the final report. Okay, what we achieved, what is defined in the initial step, that is project initiation document prior to development. Okay, and end of the development will write a final report. Both should, okay, comparable. Okay, so here we will assess prior to development, after development, during development. Okay, so this is an example of reporting in Prince 2. Same way in industries are working. Okay, industry people are working the same way, preparing the reports. Prioritize monitoring. So what is the use of these reports? Okay, so during development there is a possibility of existence of critical tasks. Okay, so focus more on monitoring certain types of activities. What type of activities? Depending activities are critical activities. Okay, so if any task is suffering with the problem of starting and ending, okay, focus more on that, emphasize those tasks only. So that we discussed in a previous session, part 2, how we assessed that is 99% partial completion syndrome, how we modularity concept. So which task is suffering to start the task due to the lack of time. Okay, so further divide it into lower level elements. Okay, same way. Okay, focus or emphasize monitoring certain types of activities which are facing the problem to start and finish the tasks. Okay, some of the examples we'll see. So critical path activities. Okay, the various critical path activities, focus on this. Why these activities are not started? If it is started, why it is not finishing? Okay, activities with no free float. So what do you mean float? For every project task or for every project activity is having a float. So what do you mean this float? A float is nothing but the maximum waiting period to start the activity. Okay, so that is okay, focus such kind of activities, no free float activities. If delayed, so if these activities are delayed, later dependent activities are delayed, so the schedule will increase. So we have to estimate again the increased schedule in terms of rechargeable hours, weekly timesheet that we discussed in part 2. Please go through part 2. So all are internally connected. Then third, activities with less than a specified float. Okay, with less than a specified float. What do you mean float? The maximum waiting period. Okay, so if any activity is having a problem the less than a specified float, so actually one activity is having floating period is 5, so nothing but we can wait 5 hours or some 5 weeks or 5 months, like that. Okay, so when we are implementing, if you identify that the specified float is less than the specified float, that is a 3. Okay, so actually we can wait 5 weeks, but during development it demands 3 after 3 weeks only we have to start. Okay, that is those kind of activities. Next, high risk activities. So what do you mean high risk activities? Generally in industry the problem comes with human resources and software resources. Okay, so that we discussed in our regular classes. The actual development requires various developers in terms of user interface, that is front end developers, middleware developers and back end developers. Okay, so we have to provide the right number of human resources, sufficient human resources. So if sufficient human resources are not provided, what happens? Project getting delayed. Okay, focus such kind of risks. Okay, then activities using critical resources. So some of the activities are using the major resources in order to plan or in order to finish by the given deadline. Some of the activities are using more resources than the planned resources. Why it is taking, why it is consuming more? Okay, so that is for example, for understanding, today we are attending the classes in online, on online. So what is, when we finish one class, it consumes the data. Okay, so like this way, as a student, you need to attend the various sessions. Okay, so after attending one session, your data is consumed for some time. So depends on the speed. Okay, so it consumes the data. Okay, so like this way we have to monitor and prioritizing the activities which are facing the problem. Okay, then one of the other example, reporting, how to report, RAG reporting, that is red, amber, green reporting. So it's like a traffic signal system. Okay, so for example, you planned a journey from one point to another point, which is a 1 kilometer distance. Okay, so assume the case, if you identify five traffic signals are located in this 1 kilometer distance, how is your journey? So continuously breaks. Okay, so why continuously braking? So here there, in traffic signal system you have red light, yellow color light, and green color light. So what do you mean red? You need to stop. What do you mean yellow color? That is amber. So ready to start, ready to move. Okay, green, you can move happily. Okay, in the same way, in the given schedule, this given schedule, when should we start the task 1, task 2, task 3, and so on. Okay, so if you see here, this task 7 and task 5, when should we start the task 7? After task 5 only. So until completion of task 5, the task 7 has to wait. Okay, the same time, if you see task 9, when task 9 will start? After completion of task 6. Okay, so like this way some dependencies are existed during the scheduling of activities. Okay, so the complete description about this scheduling of activities is discussed in CPA and CPM videos. Please go through that. CPM and critical path method using activity on node approach, critical path method or analysis using activity and arrow approach. So there I have given one wonderful example, house construction project. Please go through that, how the activities are scheduled, and why critical activities are existed. What do you mean critical activity is described or discussed in that videos. Critical path analysis using activity on arrow approach, critical path method using activity on node approach. Please go through that. Okay, so red, amber, green reporting. Okay, so the popular mechanism to overcome the problem of partial completion reporting. Partial completion reporting, so what do you mean partial completion? If a task is started by the given deadline, but it is stopped during the development due to some problem. Okay, how to overcome those things? Okay, partial completion reporting, okay, is instead of asking estimations of completion dates. Okay, instead of asking estimations of completion dates, that is the task completion dates, ask the team members estimates of the likelihood of meeting the planned target dates. Okay, so that is nothing but we are trying to finding the probability of completion of the project, modules, submodules, and so on. So nothing but for every project product, we are trying to estimating the probability. What is the start date of the project product, project task, and so on, and end date of the project product and project task. Okay, so generally we will estimate the completion dates. Instead of doing this, ask the probability of every project task, the completion of the probability of the time of every project product. Okay, estimate that. So example, traffic light method. So in this case, traffic light method, we are having three colors: red, amber, green. Red, amber, green, RAG reporting. Identify key elements, that is first level elements for assessment in a piece of work. So how we started the implementation? Initially the given problem is divided into various modules. The tree structure is given in previous session, part 2 and part 1 also. Okay, initially the problem is divided into various modules, each module into sub modules, each sub module into lower level elements. Okay, identify first key level element, that is the first level elements. Okay, all products are tasks. Okay, break down into various subtasks. Okay, second level elements, that is a modularity. Okay, now assess each second level subtask as green. How many are in green? So what do you mean green? On target, that is the tasks are completed by the given schedule, by the given schedule of times. Okay, how many tasks are in green zone? Okay, and amber, not on target. The tasks are not on target but recoverable. So what do you mean that how many tasks are in yellow zone, amber zone? Okay, that these tasks are not on target means started by the given deadline but not completing by the given deadline. Okay, but we can manage but recoverable. Then red, so what do you mean red? Not on target and recoverable only with difficulty. That is prioritize reporting, prioritize reporting, focusing more on critical activities, prioritize that is. So here what do you mean red zone? Not on target, the activities that are in red zone are not on target but recoverable if you pay more attention. Okay, so here we are assessing how many tasks are in green zone, how many tasks are in amber zone, and how many tasks are in red zone. Okay, so green zone means finishing as per the deadline, amber zone means the tasks are implementing. Okay, while implementation some problems are occurred but we can finish the task by the given deadline or taking more time. Red zone tasks are not finishing by the given deadline. If we pay more attention, will finish by the given deadline. Okay, so status of critical task is particularly important. Critical task, what do you mean critical task? If a task takes more than the planned time, is what called critical task. So review all the second level assessments, that is sub-module level assessments to arrive at first level assessment. So how will you achieve the solution for the final problem? By integrating all its childs, that is first level. Okay, how will you get the first level elements whenever you integrate all the second level elements? Okay, so that is from bottom to top, bottom up approach. Review all second level assessments to arrive at first level assessment. Same time, review first and second level assessment in order to produce an overall assessment, that is the solution of final product. So this we are showing in a pictorial representation. Rag sheet, rag reporting in next slide. Okay, traffic light assessment. So the staff assigned to this particular tasks. Okay, the project reference number and the activities of that particular project, week number 13, 14, 15, 16, and so on. Activity summary, so the particular activity summary in the green zone, amber zone, red. So if you see here some this activity, some activities are in week 13 are in green zone. Later, these activities are converted to amber zone. So what do you mean that here these are finished? Okay, when we proceed to the next week, what happens? These tasks are going into amber zone. Why? What happens here? How we are solving the problem? The given problem is divided into various modules, each module into sub-modules, each sub-module into sub modules. So when you will get the solution for the final problem? By integrating all its childs. How will you get the child solution? By integrating all its grandchilds. Okay, so here when one is integrated with another, so that is when one task is integrated with another task. Okay, so may create a problem during development. Okay, initially it is in green zone. After integrating this task with another task, it may turn to amber zone. So these are what called critical activities depending. Okay, so like this way we'll write a report and assess. Okay, traffic light assessment. So these are the various components. Screen handling procedures initially in week 13, green means already finished, comes to week 14 turns to amber zone, week 15 amber zone, again 16 green zone. So here the problem is resolved, identified the critical path existence and resolve that. Same way, file update procedures. Initially, it's green zone. Then week 14 also green zone. When we proceed to 15th week, it converts into red zone. Okay, later it converted to amber zone. So like this way we have to write the report on day to day activities, how the tasks are changing. Okay, that is the progress of every task. Okay, so while preparing the progress of every task, okay, we will focus majorly on critical activities. We'll focus on critical activities called uncompleted tasks. Okay, so this kind of assessment is done when critical activities are existed. Okay, this assessment done for uncompleted tasks only. Okay, uncompleted tasks only. Okay, so this is about traffic light assessment. So in this session we discussed about how framework is useful reporting. Okay, we'll continue in the next session. Okay, so estimation cost of these reports will continue in the next